Okay, now we gotta do this video and we'll get into games. So this one's about the
yesterday.
The two what were they even on? They were on that show, like they had like a reality show against them, and there were two fat sisters who always argued with each other. But like with like a weight loss journey or just day in lives of them. They're twins anyway. They're overweight twins who had a reality show, and they faked their funeral for money. Or the sister, yeah, they faked.
To the hospital. She has pneumonia and she can't breathe. I said I'm gonna fund me again.
My mom had pneumonia before, and honestly, I didn't even know what was happening. I just know I was staying with my mom's friend.
If y'all can donate a penny, nickel, dime, I'll be so happy.
Okay, but like, if she's willing, like, the thing is, like, genuinely, what be going through your head to like, do you not think, like, how would you, even if you're faking it, when you're making that video or creating that video of, like, videoing yourself crying, what be going through your head? Like, I feel like if I was, hypothetically, if I was trying to make a fake video of me crying, I would just be waiting for my facial expressions to change. Like, I couldn't just fake cry. Like, my face would just not look in any way convincing.
When Amy and Tammy Slayton first began their YouTube journey back in 2014, they were seen by their audience as two wholesome sisters.
I think you guys. I think you guys have a sister friendship that everyone dreams they had. You two make my heart smile. Thank you for sharing your lives with us. I swear to God, they had a reality show and they never stopped arguing. I swear it was, right? Am I wrong? Am I like a long way off here?
Who were bravely putting themselves out into the world despite their unconventional appearances. However, only a few short years later, that very—
Oh God, he's had a rough time. That is, he kind of, you know what he kind of looks like? I don't even know how to spell strike. He kind of looks like this guy. Kind of looks like that guy. Just with a beard. To the grown-up version.
Audience had grown to hate
and
despise them. The Slayton sisters would turn their entire audience against them through controversy after controversy, peaking with one of the most ambitious scandals in YouTube history, a GoFundMe for Tammy Slayton's funeral, who hadn't even died. However, if the audience had simply known more about these two sisters prior to the beginning of their channel, each of these controversies could have been easily predicted. For example, back in 2010, Amy would be arrested after shoplifting an 8—
Is she 6'2"? Is that 6'2" or 62 centimeters?
$8 book from Walmart, showing that even prior to beginning YouTube, the sisters were prone to both cutting corners and cheating the system. Most of this information would only become public at a later date.
Okay, but like, why a book? Why a book?
So when they first began their channel, they were liked. The sisters built an audience through their strong family bond, positive attitude, and ability to laugh at their own shortcomings.
We need to lose weight to become skinny.
We don't care if you don't like us, we're fat and we love it.
They weren't exactly the sharpest tools in the shed, but people appreciated their authenticity.
If I want to say, hey, I'm fat, but don't you call me fat. Why would I want you to call me fat if we're trying to be in a relationship? Come on now, use your brains.
And the fact that they were kind of doing
I like the
for
accents.
themselves. It didn't seem like they were trying to impress anyone. Love when a girl isn't afraid to be herself. I applaud you. Finally, a real person doing a review. Love it. Keep them coming. I love her so much. She always has such a positive, fun, relaxing vibe. The Slayton sisters would receive their first big break after posting a video titled Chubby Bunny Challenge.
What do you think their record was? How many do you think they fit in there? I have a big bottom lip, but I have a small mouth. I reckon if I was trying it, I could get 4 at most and just choke myself. I would choke the life out of myself.
Which would go on to gain a view count in the millions. However, when examining the video's thumbnail and dislike ratio, it was pretty obvious that it had gone viral as a result of people watching to laugh at their physical appearances. I salute this channel for not disabling comments, that takes bravery. I genuinely didn't know it was possible for the human body to lay adipose tissue on the forehead. Anytime I wake up and think I don't really feel like working out today, I just think of this video and it gives me the motivation I need. It was a similar story with videos like Bake With Me and trying new makeup. The thumbnails were sufficiently horrid and laughable to make the videos go viral. However, despite the hate...
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bro, she looks like Two-Face right here. She looks like Two-Face from like Batman. She looks like... Bro, she really do. I can't lie, I loved Two-Face. I thought he was the coolest guy that there was. I'm sorry. I'll stop pausing.
Thumbnails were sufficiently horrid and laughable to make the videos go viral. However, despite the hate, the hundreds of thousands of views across the videos still brought in others who appreciated the relaxed nature of the channel, growing their fan base further. Oh, you're so cute. Well done on your makeup and ignore all the negative comments. She is so sweet. I would let her put makeup on me any day. All the beauty gurus be like, you gotta do it exactly like this, Kay. And this girl is like, it's your makeup, you choose how to do it. And she did pretty good. I'm gonna sub. However, while a growing fan base would generally be seen as a positive for most YouTube channels, for the Slayton sisters it would end up becoming a negative, as it'd be at around the same time that they begin to reach out to their audience for help in relation to their lack of financial security. For example, after achieving 1,000 subscribers on their channel, the Slayton sisters would set up their first GoFundMe, requesting that their audience help them buy an Apple MacBook with the goal of increasing the quality of their videos. Now, most of their audience felt as though there was nothing wrong with this proposal. The audience sends a bit of money through, the sisters get a new laptop, and in return the audience gets a higher average video quality, which is seemingly a win-win for both parties.
Wait, hold on, let me guess. They didn't actually use the money for the laptop. They bought coupons.
However, on the contrary, some of her viewers felt as though the Slayton sisters were abusing their power as YouTubers in comments such as, delete this, you are going to lose all your subscribers. You're a pathetic lowlife that needs to get off your ass and get a damn job like the rest of us instead of mooching off of us. You are disgusting. And if I were you, thank God I am not, I couldn't wake up in the mornings. As a response to the hate, Amy would shift the blame from herself, stating that her friend was the one who suggested that she make the GoFundMe.
I do not take money very lightly. The whole MacBook thing was not my idea. It was a friend of mine's idea. I didn't even edit the video or anything. But that video is down.
However, while Amy did receive a bit of hate, the operation will prove to be successful after raising over 8...
Wait, hold on a minute. What laptop cost 10 bands? What type of laptop were they looking at? I swear it's only like 1.2, 1.3. Where's the other, like, what? 987 gone. Where's 8.7k of that gone?
$133, showing the Slayton sisters that it was not only possible, but simple, to extract money from their audience through GoFundMe, which had become a vital piece of information for the main scandal to be covered in this video. The other problem that the Slayton sisters encountered after growing an audience was that they could now be held accountable for the stories that they shared throughout their videos. For example, Amy would upload a video talking about a situation in which she had adopted a German Shepherd rescue dog before leaving it in a camper van on a hot summer's day. Now, Amy would state that the air conditioning was on whilst the dog was inside, and that the camper van was, quote, freezing.
The camper has AC in it, and we only put him in there for like 30 minutes. And who are y'all to judge me?
However, when Amy would then reveal that the dog had gone crazy inside and smashed the air conditioning unit just to get out, her audience assumed that maybe the AC wasn't on and that the dog was going crazy.
Yo. I'm seeing something that I'm not enjoying.
Amy revealed that the dog had bitten her quite severely after escaping from the camper van, leading her audience to believe that the dog was all riled up after overheating. As a result of the incident, Amy would state that the dog had been put in a 14-day quarantine.
The dog is in 14-day quarantine. He has a week to go.
However, with the bite mark being so severe and Amy taking the dog to the pound, whilst using the wording that the dog was no longer with her, the audience assumed that Amy had taken the dog to the pound to have it put down, resulting in the popular opinion that Amy was an animal abuser. I can't imagine this woman owning a German Shepherd.
I would have thought she just picked up a rock and stoned him. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I reckon she's not the patient type. I reckon she's just oh, you bit me, of this, and chuck like a 10-ton rock at it.
Shepherds need tons of activity both physically and mentally. She couldn't even take care of herself, let alone such a strong and intelligent breed. I'm sorry, but I highly doubt she ran after the German Shepherd. You need to be relatively active to...
Hold on. What do you think, hypothetically, if she was to run, what do you think that would look like? That would be a sight to behold. I'm not gonna lie, not even in a mean way. I genuinely think I would. I'm not gonna speak to him much on that
own a
anymore.
dog like a German Shepherd,
Just
and you need
pictured
to be
it.
trained to be able to take care of an abused large dog. This sentiment will become even worse when, at a later date, Tammy would upload a video talking about the celebration of her birthday at a gaming arcade, mentioning in passing that she felt sorry for their other dog, Littlebit, who had been left in the hot car whilst they were inside playing games.
I feel bad for a little bit because she sat outside in the hot car while we were having fun. But I did, while we were at getting something to eat, I did get a little bit some ice water. So I thought about it, at least. Amy said I was going to get her some water.
What a selfish, disgusting bunch of people these three are. Poor, poor little dog. I'm surprised Littlebit is still alive. These events did a pretty good job.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused because there's only ever one of them in the videos. What was it? Just this Amy Slayton. So is it mainly Amy is it mainly Amy the one that's bringing in all of the negative attention call? Like, that's like, there's only one of them in the video. I don't know, but like, actually, why would they get another dog after their first dog? Cause they're all like, they have to know that themselves that they're not taking care of it. There's no way they don't know that.
Job of destroying the Slayton sisters' reputation.
Could I see it first
However,
time?
as
You
you
just
might
see what they
assume,
hear.
it was only going
Or
to
we
get
just see
worse
what
from
they say.
there on out, as Amy would find herself in yet another controversy after going on a date with a 19-year-old autistic kid at a local McDonald's.
Y'all know that I had the worst night ever Friday, and it was a horrible.
Wait, I'm sorry. That is so mean on an autistic 19-year-old. Bro. I'm sorry for his eyeballs. Yeah, at McDonald's. Just imagine. Okay, I'm sorry. Just picture yourself sitting at a table. You're young, and you're like, "It's my first date," and then you just hear a
Horrible night.
just come in through the door. You look up and see a beached whale walking towards you. You see a beach megalodon coming towards you. Oh, and you're still young, and you're just like, what do I do? Do I make a run? Do I pull a runner? Do I okay. Okay, I just feel bad for the guy. But like, she can't. If she starts like making fun of the way that he was acting or something, that like, she just does not deserve to like be like.
It started off good. We met
Like,
each other.
she has no filter clearly. If she's like willing to make a video bashing a guy who has like, who tried his best, is young, he tried his best, and has autism, did it by himself. Like, good job.
Well, it wasn't the first time we met. Don't think that. I'm not that type of person.
As mentioned, in the beginning the date seemed to have been going well, to the extent that Amy and her date decided to book a hotel so they could go and get frisky together, at which point things would start to head in a negative direction.
And then we went to a hotel room. And I finally got up and started loving on him. I was trying to give him a hickey because he was a virgin and he never had a hickey before. So I was giving him a hickey and he was like, quit biting me. And I'm like, I'm not biting you. And he was like, here you are. So I bit him.
After biting her date and assumably scaring him off during the intimate moment, he would take to Facebook, posting a status written in an ancient hillbilly dialect, which will receive a response from Amy about the size of.
If a guy tells a woman he don't like something, it means stop. Or that he don't like, just like I told this. Oh, that's all that means. He don't like, just like I told this bitch rally. I don't like biting, but what does she? So do she continues like, damn, I said stop. All these stupid psychotic. If I don't say I love you back, I don't love you. Especially if you keep saying it over and over again. I hate that. Okay, I'm sorry. That's just funny. Like, you know what it is? I reckon anything to her is small. Cause realistically, her hands are gonna be chubby. Her hands are gonna be, you know them ones, the jiggly bits at the ends. Lunch lady hands, lunch lady fingers, all of that. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna be the one to get into it.
Of his penis.
Not the
Following
topic.
this, Amy would go on to upload her video discussing the night, where she would completely dox the guy in the comment section with his Facebook page and telephone number, after which he would be harassed by Amy's YouTube audience. In somewhat of a hilarious act of karma, Amy would then go on to get into another relationship, which would ultimately end in separation after Amy's YouTube audience decided to get involved.
I hope y'all guys are happy. David just broke up with me because everybody was harassing. Now y'all see why I don't tell people who we're dating. Because y'all
They were looking out for him.
And then he dosed.
And while this would mark
Daisy
the end
has-
of Amy and
Daisy-
Tammy's reputational-based scandals,
They see it as harassment. Everybody else sees it as everybody was looking out for him. Every single person was looking out for him.
it would ironically mark the beginning of what would be many financial controversies, beginning when their audience discovered that the sisters had been receiving government assistance in a video titled Amy's Toxoplasmosis. Amy would explain that as a result of being legally blind, she had been receiving social security payments.
I'm not on disability for my weight. I'm on disability because of my eyesight.
It would then be revealed later that Tammy was also receiving disability payments for her morbid obesity, which would result in backlash from her audience, stating that they were rorting the system by receiving money from both the government and their job as YouTubers. In addition to receiving money from these two sources, they also began to make money from selling merch, before many would claim that this was also a scam. The merch site was suspicious from the very beginning and read as follows. If you purchase Tammy's merch, you'll be added to a private group chat with Tammy. To purchase, head over to the donate section and donate the appropriate amount, $35 for t-shirts, $50 for hoodies, then head to the contact section and email us with the email you used to make the purchase. The reason that the Slayton sisters requested for purchasers to donate the appropriate amount became pretty obvious. They're definitely scamming the tax system and sliding money to Tammy so she can stay on disability from what it seems. I support a good side hustle, but this one is super shady. What the hell kind of sketchy ass website is this? I just donate my money and hope to God I get something in return? No tracking or proof of purchase? Refunds? No thank you. This feels like a way to scam the IRS somehow. I didn't sell anything, people donated. It got worse when fans would come to realize that the sisters hadn't been paying the artists who had completed the designs for the merch. A representative for Tammy would take to Instagram stating, all people who make artwork don't ask to get paid, but to simply get a follow or notice by Tammy. Most of the artwork on the website right now was designed by @blank, our website designer, and @blank again. However, apparently this wasn't the arrangement made with the artists. In an article written about the scam by Showbiz Cheat Sheet, it was mentioned that at least one artist has claimed they requested their art not be used without payment, and have since been blocked and have had their artwork misattributed to someone else.
I don't get it though. They had a reality show. They had to have had some sort of income. Like they couldn't have just they couldn't have been like not making any like you have a whole TV show dedicated to how little you do in life and how you just sit on a bed and complain. And yet you're still scamming people on the side. You're doing dodgy stuff on the side. Like, what? What type of... What? Like, bro, what?
This artist would take to Instagram in a post reading, I wasn't being unfair at all, just saying how my artwork is being passed off as someone else's when I spent time doing it, and I've now been blocked, yet my design is still up on your website, not really fair at all. All I wanted was credit for it, that's all. As a result of this scandal, Tammy's TikTok with over 1 million followers, on which she had promoted her merch, would be permanently banned. However, this still doesn't make it the most notorious controversy in the Slayton sisters' history, bringing us to the infamous funeral scam. It began when Tammy, who was the heavier of the two sisters, fell over in the bathroom before waking up the following day without the ability to breathe.
I woke up and I couldn't breathe. Like, bad. Like, I really couldn't breathe.
And after being rushed to hospital, it will be discovered that Tammy had contracted pneumonia.
I went to the hospital and the ambulance. Took x-rays and a couple hours went by and they told me I had pneumonia and I was going to have to stay in the hospital.
Whilst in the hospital, Tammy's...
Does she have teeth? Like, not in a mean way. Do she like? I don't want to dive too far into that further. I'm scared to say a lot of
Whilst
stuff.
in the hospital, Tammy's condition would worsen, leading her to pass out for 3.5 weeks whilst on life support, during which Amy would begin the GoFundMe. Now, to Amy's credit, it probably was pretty scary having your overweight, unhealthy sister on life support for over 3 weeks. However, to begin planning for the funeral before she had even died was almost comically pessimistic, which would become even funnier when Amy stated that the money was to fund Tammy's triple-size extra-large coffin.
With Tammy being so big, if something does happen, her coffin coffin is gonna cost them more because they have to triple the size of the coffin.
Whilst mentioning that Tammy was on a medical card, however, the amount of money it provided would not be enough to cover the funeral.
She is on a medical card. The medical cards will not cover all of the bills. So this GoFundMe account will be for Tammy's funeral if she dies. So please find it in your heart to donate.
The GoFundMe itself, which would raise a total of $818.
Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Why was it a laptop from Apple, a MacBook? They wanted 10K for it. And for a funeral, a whole funeral, the venue, coffin, undertakers, hearse. What else do you have? I don't know. I never arranged one. It's only 1.5. Surely we're off somewhere. We have to be off somewhere.
Read, this fund is for if anything was to happen to her, will go to her funeral. If she makes it through this, the money will stay there or go to her hospital bills that insurance won't pay. I won't ask, but I don't know what else to do. Please help us, even if it's cents. Thank you and may God bless you. Now, if Amy had approached the situation from the angle of we're just doing this to cover the hospital bills and left it at that, there probably wouldn't have even been any backlash. However, since she had put so much weight on the possibility of death and people had donated assuming that she was going to die, when she would return to the videos a few weeks later live.
Wait, hold on. What did that? Who is that from?
People had donated.
Friend of Pope Francis, continue to have faith in God. He knows you more than you are your sister now.
Assuming that she was going to die, when she would return to the videos a few weeks later laughing, joking, and eating junk food as if nothing had ever happened, obviously the audience and those...
I remember these cases. I never liked... I hated these cases so much. I don't know what it was about them. They just could it not trigger me.
Happy, judging from the 85% dislike ratio on the original We Need Your Help video. It also didn't help that in a different video, Amy would reiterate that the money wasn't going to be spent on anything besides the funeral.
We won't be spending it on anything but the funeral. I just wanted to clarify that. Or I'm going to take it up to the funeral home where it can build interest. I probably will take it to the funeral home and let it build interest. So if something does happen, we have that as a backup plan.
So when it was confirmed that there was no funeral, a new question had been created. Where had the money gone? Amy would state that she had transferred the money to her mother to pay for Tammy's medical bills.
The money that y'all donated for Tammy when she was in the hospital, I gave it to my mother, who paid bills with Tammy's bills. Regardless if...
Why is she saying it with such sass? Like, she does owe them... She does owe the people who paid the money the breakdown of where their money was going to, and she's saying it as if like, if you need to know, like since you insist that you need to know where every cent went, like
she used the money for or not, that's what I did with it. I gave it to my mother, who paid bills.
However, when her audience would ask,
okay, and the fact that she even mentioned the idea of her mom mightn't actually have paid the money to her her sister's bills, just kind of put into perspective that if anything does come up, that the money didn't go to the bills. If people found that out, she has a alibi. Yeah, that was my mom. I paid her. She spent it elsewhere. Like, it's your mom. You're talking about your mom, and your mom's daughter. Like, realistically, your mom is going to pay for your daughter unless they are extremely neglected and unwanted.
Ask her to prove it, she'd state that it was her mother's responsibility to provide the receipts.
My mom is trying to find the receipts, but
Point proven.
But if she can't find them, that's on mom, not me.
Then
Point proven.
Another video stating that the receipts had been thrown out completely.
I know I've been wrong. I should not throw receipts away. But in my head, I wasn't thinking, well, these receipts might come to bite me in the ass. You know, I wasn't thinking that. It was a simple mistake.
However, if the GoFundMe had been done online, then surely she was using internet banking. Why couldn't she provide a screenshot of the bank transfer to her mother? Medical bill receipts don't seem like something that you just throw away. It was suspicious that she was unable to provide any evidence for the money going towards the hospital stay, especially when her audience would notice that she also happened to buy a new laptop and a new camper right after the GoFundMe had concluded. At a later date, Tammy would go on to state that Amy's GoFundMe made her angry as she felt as though she didn't need help.
And when I found out Amy did the whole GoFundMe thing, believe
Okay,
me,
I'm confused. Is Is Amy the insensitive like scammer one, and then Tammy is like the more innocent, like not like not so innocent. I'm like, yeah, well, is she like innocent, like not as caught up or something? I don't know.
I was mad. Because, for one, I knew I wasn't going to die. And two, I didn't want help. Not the person, the one that asked for help.
The most interesting part about the whole ordeal is that while most disgraced YouTubers simply fade into obscurity as the years go by, the Slayton sisters have managed to remain relevant after rolling their public image into a TLC show titled 1000 Pound Sisters, on which Amy
I
has
knew
since
they
lost
had a
over
show.
100
I knew
pounds,
it.
has gotten married, had a baby, and is looking healthy compared to her early days on YouTube. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for Tammy, whose continual weight gain underpins much of the show's entertainment factor.
My
The show
God.
just had its third season with well over 1 million viewers per episode.
I'm sorry, what have I just seen here?
Be said for Tammy, whose continual weight gain.
Okay, that like there has to be some precautions to take on a person like that. I'm sorry, but like that is like not unhealthy. Doesn't describe like that's like a uh 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 that's like a serious thing to take, right? Alright,
Underpins much of the show's entertainment factor. The show just had its third season with well over 1 million viewers per episode.
okay, maybe it's now that they have a steady income now. But like the fact that they got picked up for a whole show, that has to be like nobody, like not a lot of people were as in tune to what they were doing behind the scenes. And yeah. I'm trying to think like that's not crazy though. Bro, I missed it. I missed the same button 4 times.